I'm really grateful to be here. These Wednesdays serve for me as like a check-in, so not too much time goes by before really just anchoring into what's going on. And I hope that this path of contemplation comes to you as well. Like this, what has the last season looked like for me? What's been going on this season? And I think of my life in terms of seasons. Um, not spring fall type season, but like, oh, that was a hard season I'm coming out of, and I can feel kind of the light coming back. Or, ooh, we're going into a juicy space here of ease and flow. So, if we consider life through these ebbs and flows, seasons of experiences where there's a little bit more suffering than other times, or a little more ease than suffering, and we expect this from life, we expect that life has its challenges, and it's through the contrast of light and dark that we get our lessons. Because we're not learning a whole lot when we're just sitting, right? When we're just like, I'm happy. We're not going to challenge ourselves to grow and to explore. The angst often is a part of our soul's journey. And if angst is as part of your journey, then I wonder what it's like to not resist the suffering, but to allow it to move and reverberate through you. So without the resistance, you don't keep it there as long. Does that make sense? Like, I'm coming out, yesterday closed a season for me. You guys have heard me talk about my backyard, and I was having a renovation in my backyard, which is such a benign thing. But really, what was happening is that the people in my backyard did not like me. They were angry with me for 2 months, which meant that I was processing someone's anger directed at me in my meditation chair for months. For an empath, I know most of you are empaths. That was a lot of energy to process. It was a lot in me. And so I hunkered into that stormy season, and I just went with it, and I allowed it to inform my inner work. Does that make sense? So instead of resisting it or firing the guy, I took it in. I did my forgiveness practice. I did my sacred heart work. I did my energetic protection. I did my shadow work. Am I really that person that they think I am? Okay, what if I am? How do I work with that? And I used it for my inner work instead of holding my breath through the experience, which is what I wanted to do. I wanted to just hold my breath and wait for it to be over, but I don't have that kind of stamina. So I knew it was a season like, oh, this is going to be a challenging couple of months. And I used it. In my work, Laura and I joke, I call it chewing the meat off of the bone. I was going to chew every little last bit out of that set of lessons. And I have the gift of being self-employed. So I just let my work slow down so I could take it in. So I'm a workaholic. I would have loved to just work my way through and bypass the whole experience, but I didn't. I just stopped my enrollment and I took it in. And at the same time, I had a daughter who's in her senior year, who's trying to choose colleges and is upset in her life and taking it out on us and dealing with her inner turmoil. So inside the house, we had turmoil. Outside the house, we had turmoil. And I just took it in and I worked it and I worked it and I worked it. Can you work it? So with that, I invite you into seeing the life seasonally. Seeing life as like, oh, this is a season where I'm going to need a raincoat and some boots hiked up to my hips. Okay, I know how to get through a season like this introspectively, working on my nervous system, allowing it to grow me, move me, embody even further into myself. And each time I go through a season like this, I can see where my growth has been. So when the guy was hating me, I was able to be like, oh, did I do something wrong? No, I'm good. I was just asking for a tile that was cracked to get replaced. It's okay. We're good. You're good, Kim. That was okay. You're okay. So the self-doubt that I used to go into years ago, I'm a bad person. He thinks I'm a bad person. I must be a bad person. All of that stuff wasn't there. And in fact, his stuff stayed outside of my field, which is big growth for me. It was just out here, but I could still feel it. And I consciously used it to feel the suffering and to feel the hatred. And it was powerful. And I come out of this season stronger, more resilient, more surrendered, more humbled of like, yeah, this life's got some suffering in it. Whew, whew. And that's okay. It's not all about rainbows and bunnies and being enlightened. I am not yet enlightened. I don't need to pretend that I'm enlightened. I just don't. I don't have anything to prove to you guys or to myself or to anyone else. When my work comes, I just work. I work it. So that's what I invite you into, is just surrendering into the season that you're in. And I don't know what season you're in. I'm coming out of the deep, dark cave of inner work. So what season are you in? Are you in a season of ease, reflection? After a season like that, I got nothing on my plate. I'm going in for a couple of months. I'm going to be on the beach. I'm going to be doing inner work, spiritual, juicy, fun work, not the, oh my gosh, get the face mask and let's try to get our head above the water today work. And so that nourishment has to come after that season of deep, heavy, darker stuff. We have to plan for it. We have to make space in our lives for the nourishment, for the ease, for the play, for the juice. I got nothing but playful, enjoyable, delicious things on my plate for the next couple of months. And that ebb and that flow is okay. We don't have to be in full-blown whatever mode all the time. So I invite you, if you too are coming out of that season of suffering, and I say that lightly because I didn't sit around suffering, but man, it was hard. It was hard. Wow, whew, that was hard. But can you nourish after that? Can you go into the deepest love? Can you receive from the divine that light to go into the spaces that were made? Can you receive from yourself? Can you have grace about the process of this awakening? So let's go into meditation and bring ourselves that grace, whether you're coming out of the season of difficulty or not. You know, the Buddhist path of just the path of the mind, the path of overcoming suffering is such a beautiful depiction. They talk so much about suffering. And in modern day spirituality, we're all love and light and Abraham Hicks and getting on your high flying disc. And I believe that too. I hold space for both of those perspectives, that things are hard. And sometimes it's just one foot in front of another. Wash the dishes, sweep the floors, stay with your breath, keep moving, right? The simplicity of that. And there are times where we can command the light, and that can happen within the same day. We don't have to get stuck in one perspective or the other. It's like, whoo, this was a tough morning. All right, divine light, I am ready. Bring on the divine love and power. I'm ready. All within the same day, the same hour. It doesn't mean a season means that I'm in, like my head is in the sand and I'm suffering and drowning. It just means that there are movements of dark and light that I'm dancing in between, because that's how my soul grows, through contrast. That's how we expand. That's how we enlighten. So as you close your eyes and come into your breath, just observe what season you're in and how long you've been in that season. Has it been 2 months, 6 months, 5 years? Do you feel stuck in it? Do you feel mastery within it? So, if you will, just give yourself a moment to feel in to this season. Breathe into it. And notice the qualities of the season. Has it been complex or simple? Has it been hard or easy? Has there been so much movement or too much stillness, stagnation? Just begin to feel into what it's felt like. Notice the sensation in your body. And in that sensation, notice if you've been resisting whatever abundance, emotions. Just scan your body for whether there's resistance to the season that you are in. Notice where that resistance might be, recognizing that whatever's happening externally is just going to happen. It is what is. Just feel into whether you're in resistance to what is. Breathing into that. And try on, if you will, what it would feel like to let go of the resistance to the inner or the outer circumstances. As you pan out a little bit and feel in your body. For example, the guy was mad at me. I was in resistance to feeling his feelings. So as I breathe into that in my body, there's an observation or awareness of the what is. Like, oh, I have someone who really doesn't like me. That feels bad. I'm resisting that. Okay, let me make space in my breath and body for that situation. Just see if you can create this space wherever it is in your body, wherever you're resisting the season or the circumstances. And just continue to breathe deeper into what is. And as you breathe deeper into it, just notice what it's like to allow it to be. allowing yourself to figure out how you can be with the situation, the season, the circumstances, without anything needing to change, without you having to be different, handling it better, or without the situation changing. Keep breathing into your body, asking yourself, how can I be with this? How can I make space for this? How can I allow this to be what it is? Can I allow it to be hard or empty, confusing? As you breathe deeper, for me, it's in my belly, as you breathe deeper into this place in your body, making more space to allow this season. And as you allow it to be here, there's a part of your consciousness that knows that there is always everlasting change and transitions. So, without needing it to change, there's an awareness that this too shall pass and transform and become something different. Nothing ever stays exactly the same. So, as you balance the awareness of the difficulty, allowing it and feeling it, surrendering the fight against it, it's here. It's here and I'm okay. I'm okay in the presence of it. And eventually, this too will shift. So let your breath deepen into embodying the space that's made for the season. And the season may be a hard season, or it may be an empty, directionless season. Either way, you have you. And as long as you have you, as long as I have me, it'll be okay. So just reach for that feeling of I've got me, I'm with me. And if it's easier to think of divine with you, that's okay. But you are divine. You are the divine you've been waiting for. That's just you. So see if you can reach for I've got me through this. I've got me. Got divine, if that feels better. As you feel deeper into that willingness to be with yourself in this season, that awareness that you're not alone in this. And if it's helpful to see yourself as a mirror and an image, that's okay too. Just feel that you're with you. And allow that inner dialogue, maybe even a little humor with yourself. Oh, didn't expect this. Yep, let's hunker down. Just feel you with you. Feel the surrender of the season and a willingness to get through the season with yourself. You can feel this presence is actually the light. This presence that you're bringing to yourself is the sacred. It is love. It is purity. It has grace and a ton of humility. See if you can allow that to feel good. See if you can feel that grounding in your core. And if you can, imagine yourself in nature, curled up on the earth, with the simplicity of you in nature, connected to you. Just feel the exchange with nature. Feel the refuge of the earth. this present moment. As you feel anchored into this body on this earth, in this moment, recognizing this is all that is. Feel the spaciousness in this moment, in this body, on this earth. So simple, so easeful. This right here is all that matters. This is everything. You are everything. Staying with your breath. As you bring your breath back to the space of the season, just feel into whether you can allow this humility, this grace, this presence back into your outer circumstances. See if you can feel this consciousness around what's been hard, holding this presence in the space. So for me, it's coming back into this peaceful place and observing the person glaring at me, knowing that that's hard and that I'm so incredibly okay with all of it. I'm okay with him getting his lessons through the contrast of me. I'm okay with the imperfection that results. I'm okay with him storming off. I'm okay with who I am in the presence of all of it. And while I'd prefer it to be different, I'm okay with what is. Because it just is. So as you breathe into that awareness within your own season, feel the strength and the resilience in that surrendered place. That in surrendering, you have your power. Breathe it in, exhale, and just feel the power of the humility, the grace, and the acceptance of what is. It's a power that comes from the heart rather than the solar plexus, so it might feel different, but is equally powerful. Anchoring that in by saying, and so it is done, and so it is. Namaste. I love you.